Crispy on the outside and tender on the inside and just the right amount of heat. These spicy codfish cakes are about to be your new favorite cakes. Hey friends, it's Kelly and welcome back to Mama Needs a Goal. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome. So friends, unfortunately, somehow I hit the record button to record my intro and I got like a half of a second where I was saying hello and that was the end of it. I'm not quite sure. I must have like double tapped it or something. So unfortunately, I don't have my regular intro, but I just wanted to welcome everyone. Today, we're going to be making some spicy codfish cakes using my special ingredient, mashed potatoes. So let me stop talking. We'll go over all the ingredients and then we'll go ahead and get cooking. Alrighty, so I have some pepper, salt, parsley flakes, an egg, olive oil, smoked paprika, cayenne pepper, minced garlic, hot sauce. I have mashed potatoes. I use these Idaho and butter home-style potatoes. You just add water to it. You can put a little bit of butter in there. And what I did was I used a half a bag because I can't have a lot of potato because of being a diabetic. But this only calls for a 3/4 cup for the entire recipe, so that's perfect. I can have that. But leftover mashed potatoes works the best. So I made these up, put them in the fridge for a while. And it's really going to help bind the fish. So leftover mashed potatoes, instead of boiling them, making them, or whatever, if you don't have potatoes left over, just use the Idaho one. I have a pound of codfish, and I have some green onions, and that is all the ingredients we're going to be using. So let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, before we can do anything, I have my codfish here. I sprinkled both sides with some cayenne pepper. We're going to put it in the oven on 375 for about 15 minutes or so. Make sure it's cooked really well. And then we have to let it cool before we can flake it up. So before we do anything, let's go ahead and put this in the oven. Alrighty, so here's my codfish that I just threw some cayenne pepper on, baked in the oven. Like I said, it was on 375 for about 15 minutes. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and flake it up right in here. And then we're going to put it in that bowl. You just want to get it flaked up really nice. Just like that. I love these so much. When I was younger and still lived with my parents, there was a seafood place that was in the next neighborhood over, and it was called Sterling's. They shut down years and years ago, and they had the best like fried fish sandwiches. Oh my goodness. But they sold these codfish cakes. Oh man, were they absolutely delicious. They were so spicy. You put them on crackers with mustard. Oh my goodness. And I was craving them a couple years ago, and I asked on the Facebook page that I belonged to my old neighborhood if anybody had any idea how they made them. And someone that worked there told me they used mashed potatoes in them. So let's see. We are getting this. I'm going to use my fingers. It's going to be a lot easier. Just get it all. Now, when you're making crab cakes, you don't want to break your crab meat down like I'm breaking this down. Just a FYI for those of you that like crab cakes and you want to know how to make them. And I actually have my Maryland crab cake recipe that I will link as well, because I'm telling you, y'all, I don't say that I'm the greatest cook. I'm still learning. You guys have been teaching me things as well, which is absolutely wonderful. But crab cakes and crab soup are two of the things I can actually say I'm proud of. Those I feel like are just absolutely perfect. And I'm not trying to be like, all patting myself on the back or anything, because like I said, am I the best cook? Absolutely not. I'm still learning. Even at 58 years old, I'm still learning. Alrighty, now let me show you how easy and quick this is. We're going to go ahead and dump our codfish in a larger bowl. Alrighty, now we're going to add 2 cloves of garlic. We're going to add 2 green onions, scallions, chopped very fine. You don't want big chunks in there. We're going to add a teaspoon of hot sauce. We're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. A tablespoon of parsley flakes. 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika. And 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. We're going to go ahead and break 1 egg. And then we're going to add in 3/4 cups of mashed potatoes. Go. Alrighty. Alrighty, so now we're going to go ahead and just mix this all together. Want to make sure it's mixed really, really well. Cannot wait to eat these. I know. This sounds crazy. Alrighty. Now we're going to bring a plate over and we're just going to make these into patties. And if they're a little bit too wet, you can add a little bit more mashed potato. Mine are a little bit wet. And I don't have any more potatoes. I think I should have drained my fish really well. I did not do that step, and I think that is where my problem lied. My fish was a little bit watery even after I baked it, and I should have squeezed it. I noticed it when I was mixing it up, but I was like, oh, it'll be fine. It's not that bad. So I'm going to add that in that step so you all know to do that, because you want to make sure it's not as wet as what mine is right now. We're just making them into small little cakes. We should get about 6 of them maybe. 4, yeah. It smells delicious. Now we're going to have to put these in the refrigerator for about a half an hour because we need them to set up a little bit. Before we cook them. Okay, so let me wash my hands. I'm going to put these in the fridge and we're going to leave them in there for half an hour and then we'll be back. All right, my friends, because my little cakes are a little too wet, I'm a little concerned, and I do this with crab cakes. Why I'm not doing it with this, I don't know. You put a paper towel down on your plate and then lay it on the paper towel and it will absorb all that excess moisture. Duh, Kel. Oh, I got another shell in there. What is going on? That eggshell. Of course, that's all protein, right? Yeah, these are way too wet. But we will fix that with the napkin and it being in the fridge. Okay. And then I'm just going to add this right on top like that. And now I'm going to put this in the fridge. Alrighty, so I have about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. We're going to heat this up so we can fry our cakes. And I just took them out of the fridge. As you can see, it soaked up a lot of that excess moisture, which is awesome. And putting them in the fridge helps keep them together a little bit better. Now we want to make sure this is heated and it's really hot when we put our cakes in here, okay? So we're going to let that heat up for a little bit. And while that's heating up, I went ahead and got another plate and put a paper towel on it, because when we take these out of the pan, we're going to place them on the paper towel so it'll soak up any excess oil from the cakes. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and put our codfish cakes in the pan now. You hear that? That's when we know it's really hot. Fell apart on me. Alright, so we are going to let these cook for about 4 minutes on each side. So I'm going to go ahead and set the timer, and we'll be back in 4. Alrighty, it's been 4 minutes. Let's just take a quick little peek. Okay. There we go. Oh. Turn that down a little bit. I think I'm going to let them go just for like another minute on this side, and then we'll go ahead and flip them. Alrighty. Yeah, that was perfect. 5 minutes was perfect. They look delicious. Oh, what? Oh my goodness, look at this. I knew that one's going to fall apart a little bit. Alrighty, we're going to cook these for 5 minutes on this side. Alrighty, we are done. Now we're going to go ahead and just take these out. And like I said, I'm putting them on a paper towel on a plate just to drain that excess oil. I found another eggshell in that one. I have no idea what happened. Somehow when I broke it, it like got my thumb and created a problem. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and let these drain a little bit, and then we will do our taste test as soon as it cools down. I do pat these dry, friends, because I try to get as much of the oil off as possible. Just, you know, I don't like consuming that much. So I just pat them dry. Put them on that paper towel, and then put a paper towel on top, and just pat it dry. Okay? Alright, my friends, so here they are. I put a little spicy mustard on top, and I have 2 of them on crackers. We're going to go ahead and do a quick little taste test. Oh my goodness. And as always, pictures, up-close pictures, will be at the end of the video after I sign off, so make sure you keep watching so you can see up close. Oh my goodness. My favorite. A little messy. Do I have it all over my face? I don't know. If I do, I apologize. Absolutely delicious. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Let me wipe myself. Oh my goodness, friends. They are like kick butt spicy. Absolutely delicious. Yum, yum, yum. So friends, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget, hit that little subscribe button, as it does greatly help me out. Also, check me out over on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, and TikTok, as I am active on all those social media sites as well. So friends, thanks so much, and I'll catch up with you next time. Bye. These are so good.